You are watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Now for a look at all the news making international headlines this Monday, 13th of December.
Kentucky residents, many without power, gas, or even a roof over their heads, walk on Sunday to a landscape scarred by a string of powerful tornadoes that officials feared killed at least 100 people while obliterating buildings, homes, and anything else in their way. A footage shows the massive destruction the line of tornadoes left behind. Authorities have said they had little hope of finding survivors beneath the rubble. Instead, rescue workers, volunteers, and residents were due to begin the long process of recovering what they could and clearing out fields of debris. Tornadoes tore a 320-kilometer path through the U.S. Midwest and South on Friday night. 6 workers were killed at an Amazon warehouse in Illinois. A nursing home was struck in Missouri. More than 70,000 people were left without power in Tennessee, but nowhere suffered as much as the small town of Mayfield, Kentucky, where the powerful twisters, which weather forecasters say are unusual in winter, destroyed a candle factory in the fire and police stations. Across the town of 10,000 people in the state's southwestern corner, homes were flattened or missing roofs, giant trees had been uprooted, and street signs were mangled. People combed through the rubble of their homes for belongings until night fell on Saturday. Then the power-deprived town was mired in darkness, save for occasional flashlights and emergency vehicle headlights. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear has said the collection of tornadoes was the most destructive in the state's history. He said about 40 workers had been rescued at the Mayfield Candle Factory, which had about 110 people inside when it was reduced to a pile of rubble. The genesis of the tornado outbreak was a series of overnight thunderstorms, including a supercell storm that formed in northeast Arkansas. The storm has moved from Arkansas and Missouri and into Tennessee and Kentucky. In his 40-year career as a meteorologist, Jeff Masters had rarely seen anything like Friday night's devastating tornado swarm that likely killed more than 100 people in Kentucky, saying the disaster was likely one of the largest tornado outbreaks in U.S. history. President Joe Biden on Saturday approved an emergency declaration for Kentucky.
A 4-story building has collapsed in the Sicilian town of Ravanusa on Sunday, following a gas explosion, and rescuers were searching for 12 missing residents, including 3 children and a pregnant woman. The building was on fire after a natural gas pipe has exploded in a town of 11,000 people near Agrigento, the southwestern Sicilian city famous for its Greek temples. Firemen have been able to contain the fire and have begun digging in the rubble for the missing, including a young couple expecting a baby. The explosion has damaged at least another 2 buildings in the center of the town. In total, 6 buildings were hit. Ravanusa Mayor Carmelo D'Angelo says that the search continues to the bitter end. People are searching in the hope of finding 12 citizens still alive. The best human and technological resources are in place. Hope will not be extinguished. One of the buildings was on fire after a methane leak has caused the blast at about 8:30 on the evening of Saturday. Rescue workers were able to contain the fire triggered by the explosion around 11:15, but emergency workers could access the site due to the pocket of gas.
The Cumbre Vieja volcano on Spain's La Palma Island on Sunday has surpassed the record for the longest eruption on the island since records began in 1585. A footage released by the Spanish Geological and Mining Institute shows smoke seen rising from the volcano, which has been active for 85 days, first erupting on September 19. The previous record was held by the Tijoya volcano in La Palma. According to the Copernicus Disaster Monitoring Program, lava flows have damaged or destroyed at least 2,650 buildings since 19th of September, forcing the evacuation of thousands from their homes on the island, which is part of the Canaries archipelago.